subscribe and hit that bell.
Yes, top of the morning, grand rising to all. It's Juneteenth, right? Now, this is typically a work day for the souls, right? That's why you see I am up, ready to flow, ready to go. But I think within the last 2 years, this has become a national holiday. So, my body is programmed, man. I said, let me jump up and deliver the morning sauce. Do like a morning actual radio type show this morning. A lot took place over the weekend. We get to that respectfully, right? Earl Spence's interview. I'm gonna break that down. Shout out to the ones that you're going to follow suit. Shout out to WCS. WCS, excellent video on that last night. I was over there in the chat until I got tired. The seafood, man. And then my neighbors, shout out to my neighbors, man. They had the steak, and I don't even know how to name that Spanish dish. But once all that really kicked in on me, and I just took it down. I fell asleep watching YouTube in here. I got the nice setup now, where I think, and you know what I might do? I might, because I stepped it up, man. So I think I might put the audio, instead of using my phone, put it on the TV in the back. As long as I think I don't show it, it shouldn't be a problem, right? I don't know how that works as far as the monetization. But if I play it in the back and you can hear the audio, it shouldn't be a problem, because I want to break down both of the interviews, right? Because yesterday, well, it wasn't yesterday. They released it yesterday, Sunday evening, but I believe it was done Wednesday. Barstool, Gillie and Wallo's interview with Earl Spence. But I want to compare the two interviews, right? Because, Bud Crawford also did an interview with them. So, I have to be a little different over here. Got my drink. But overall, I think the interview, Earl Spence's interview, is going to appeal. I think that's why they're doing these sort of interviews with these type of platforms, because it appeals, right, to a broader, outside of boxing audience. But overall, I think the interview itself, like I said, it's good for appealing to that audience. But boxing wise, me being who I am, it just kind of fell short. I think a lot that could have been covered wasn't covered. But like we always say over here, hey, what do I know, right? But I think Terrence's, that's what I'm judging it off of. I think Terrence's interview, right? Well, this is no knock on Gillie or Wallo. Been around them at a couple of fights, from the Barclays to the Prudential Center. I just think, they As a matter of fact, I remember being in the gym. Gillie's son used to box. I don't know if he still does. You know, he has hands as well. But I just think like they don't, they are fight fans more so Gillie. Um, but I just think like, when you do this, you do this. You know what I'm saying? That's not their expertise, so to say. But overall, it's the message and the getting out to a broader audience. Job probably well done. I think at some point, right, it was like 14K or something in there. A lot of people was in there. So that's if you base everything off of the algorithm and people viewing stuff, right? But like I said, the comparison, Terrence's interview, right? Compared to Earl's, I think like Terrence, you can see Gillie already made that obvious. He's betting on Earl, and it came off that way in the interview. You could tell, right? But with Terrence, right, it was like, remember they was calling different people with Terrence. It was like they was trying to put him in the hot seat and wanted to see his reaction to see if he was going to freeze up. But Terrence was Terrence, right? With EJ, it was more like I want to say the right word, but it's like with EJ, it was more so like it kind of came off on some Ellie setback-ish. You know what I'm saying? And one thing I learned about interviewing fighters and talking to fighters, right? You always could be a fan of a fighter, but when you are conducting an interview, sometimes you gotta take. Let me get my hat real quick so y'all can catch this. Sometimes you gotta put on your interview hat. You gotta take the fan hat off and put on your interview hat and conduct an interview sometimes. Like at points in that interview, I just felt like it was they did their thing and then they was just like nonchalantly like rotting, man, you look like you getting 150K doing a walkthrough. What does Barons does that have for the fight, the July 29th fight? But luckily for us, Ellie Setback dropped some content as well. If these guys, see, one thing about me, right? I critique EJ hard because that's where I'm at in my life right now, as far as media. I come on here and I don't want friends no more. I have a family. I have a team. So when I do this right here, this media thing, I don't want acceptance anymore. Never did. I want to be able to do what these others do. And I feel like I could do it just as well as them. The Max Kellermans, the Mark Kriegels, right? The Stephen Smiths, Steven Jacksons, the Shannon Sharps, right? If they critique somebody, right? Do you guys and shout out to Town Biz, right? I love what Town said yesterday on WCS thing, right? When they critique these guys, Dan Raphael, all these guys, right? Are you calling Al Heyman? Are you calling Sylvia? Are you calling Tom Brown and Kelly Swanson and saying, oh, don't let them in. Don't interview with them. No, but you do it to us. By you doing that to us, it just lets me know that we are Himothy. That's what you guys like to say now, Himothy. No, it just lets you know that the shit that we speak on respectfully resonates. And I'm going to continue to do that, especially on this right here. And when I'm retired, I'm going to even do it at a higher frequency, because this is an independent grind over here. I've been had offers, right, to with people that are willing to help the source out now, right? But I'm not ready to do that yet. I'm not ready to be like in a studio type setting and all of that. I got too much other things going on. But when the time comes, we can travel that road again, or I'll just do it myself like I have been doing. If you pay attention, I do a lot. You feel me? Like, it's one thing about me. Once that is the mission or a project of mine, we are going to see it through. But yes, as I digress back to the topic, like I said, I think it's good that they're out there, as far as putting these out on these platforms because it is appealing to a broader audience, right? But like I said, Terrence's interview, and by no means, because I think every time I come at EJ and them, right? Because that's the narrative they put on me. So people still try to run with that. No, I'm in my bag with this media thing. I hold fighters to the fire. You see, I interviewed Regis, tight with Regis, right? But I still got on yesterday and critiqued him about his performance, how it was not up to standards, right? Now, if I was like a lot of you guys, especially you guys that idol worship EJ, I wouldn't have did that. Right? Like, this is like, and I'm gonna pull some of the audio up, right? This is the guy, right? Now on Wallo on them, he said he was in the hospital for 6 weeks. 6 weeks after the car accident, right? But during that time, right? Remember the tweets? No broken bones, I'm a savage. How? Well, he was in the hospital for 6 weeks. We all know that all came out not to be true. But when you point stuff like this out, especially when it pertains to him, you're a hater, you're jealous, you're this, you're that. It's like, come on, man. You can't, But shout out to Wallo and Gillie. They made light of it, talking about how the ride flipped over and all that. They made light of it, right? You know who I would have really loved to see him get down with, because he was in the city. He could have pulled up on Cameron and Mace. Oh, that would have been, and not for nothing. They have a decent audience too. Because remember the question that Mace wanted to ask him. I would have loved to seen the reaction. Because I know Mace is like that. Mace would have asked him it. Mace is a little off. Shout out to Mace and Betha. But I after Mace put that out there, now went viral in these streets. Because listen, if he watches other stuff, I'm pretty sure his assistant, his best friend, got that to him. Because these be the people that get it to him, the people that are around him. The people that ain't really, they just, did you see this? That's what they do. That's their job, right? Did you see this? They be like, yo, look what he said. Did you see this? look what he said. Did you see this? Those are the people, right? But let's get to a little bit of the audio, right? Break it down at times. Man, we are closing in, and I can't wait till July 29th. I just, I say my prayers. I'm praying that both of them make it to the finish line. You know what the finish line is? The weigh-in. Healthy. Well, to be honest with you, no fighter goes into a fight 100%. If you know, right? But a lot of you guys don't know that. That's why you see these fighters. Matter of fact, I think I could put that up because I'm not going to use the audio. Let me pull this up, right? I won't use the audio. I'm learning the game, right? When fighters go into these fights, their body is so broken. That's why you see a lot of fighters, right? Doing these recoveries. They are recovering, right? Because their body is being broken. And you hear Earl. You hear the big fish stressing that a lot about breaking Terrence. I want to break you, Terrence. He wants to break Terrence. Right. Yeah, he said he wants to break Terrence. Yeah, he wants to. Yeah, he wants to break Terrence. I want to break you, Terrence. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Earlster. You know, he's been stressing that, right? I think like that's probably one of the things that they've been drilling into him, right? They've been drilling that into him, right? Because he's like a program type of dude, right? Respectfully, right? He's programmed, right? So that's one of his key speaking points right now. He's just into breaking Terrence. maybe right. Yeah, maybe the reason, right, that he wants to break Terrence, right, is because of this, right? Let's pull it up. Like I said, I'm not gonna play the audio because when you play audio that you don't own, that's when I think they can do the copyright and all that, right? So what I will do is I'll just play this. Where is it? There it is. Here it is, right here. Let me make sure y'all see me first. Okay, it is up. All right. So we're gonna play this, right? He wants to break Terrence. Now I'm not even gonna get petty, right? You see, this is courtesy of Ellie Setback. That's dope what he's doing. Stretching is big. We stretched Marley, y'all, not like that, but you stretch a fight out before a fight, it loosens up the joints and all that. But I guess we're not getting Blu-ray back in the camp. You know, that's obvious now. This is another doctor, guru fitness guy that he's working with right here. Check it out on Ellie now. He's doing an actual acupuncture session, recovery, you know, and he stressed a lot of this. This is why I'm showing this. He stressed a lot of this in the interview with Gillie and Wallo, the science. And again, this is the science right here. He's doing acupuncture, you know, because this goes back to what I was saying about fighters being broken, because that's what they are doing. Getting ready for these fights. He still looks kind of massive, right? Is that me, or you know? Doesn't he looks like a middleweight right now? He looks big still. Still got a lot of weight to get off. You know, right? Be honest. Come on. You know, you don't listen, man. This is the sauce, man. One thing about me, if you think I'm not on point, I'm not gonna say cold because I'm on my own code. I'm doing my job. He's big still. Look at him. But he told us that he's a natural super middleweight. You know, because I keep hearing like even Gillie and Wallo, and in this video when you play it yourself, Ellie's referencing how he's bigger than Terrence. Yeah, he's big, man. He's not at the July 28th weight. You know what the July 28th weight is? 147. You know, you can see Terrence is probably right around the corner of that right now, man. You know, that's why you keep saying that he's bigger. You know, he is. But see, that's like I say, respectfully, you guys that call yourself doing this, you don't do it. You guys are, you know, buddies, you know. I want to get to that too, man. That is out. People are talking about that, how Terrence stepped to Derek somewhat. You know, Derek is funny, man. I've been telling y'all this, man. Nobody wants to listen to me, man. That dude is a funny dude, man. But you can't do that shit with everybody. Terrence is like me, man. That's why I like Terrence, man. See how Terrence was like, yo, what are you talking about, dude? I said, what's up, man? Like, what's up, man? Like, I said, what's good? What's up? Yo, you think I'm a punk? I'm in a suit. No, you think you're a punk, man. You're a funny acting dude, bro. That's all that is. Like, you're a funny style, bro. You think I'm a punk? It's even me in a suit. No, you're a funny acting dude. You know your own vibes, bro. You know what I'm saying? I would have loved to seen Terrence probably would have chin checked. You're a little slower now, Derek. Respectfully, you're a little punch drunk. I think Terrence would have clubbed you upside your head, man. You know, fighters are fighters, bro. Like that's what when people always talk that size shit. Like, listen, man, I seen some of the smallest dudes, bro. Just beat down big guys. Like, damn, homie, how'd you let that little guy do that to you? Real talk. Like, if you could fight, you could fight, bro. It's like, it ain't like real, and that's how you know a lot of people aren't warriors at heart, man. And I say that respectfully, man. You know, when you're a warrior and you have that bloodline, that lineage in you, you don't be like, man, that dude is 3 times my size. That's why, like, when I hear the size stuff with Terrence and EJ, man, EJ can go in there and rehydrate that as big as he is. Terrence is a warrior, man. Terrence still sees himself breaking him down. That's why I think EJ is just stressing that I'm gonna break him. Break him. You better break him, bro. If you don't break him, you know, Sunday morning, it's easy. Like, I'm going to be on here and I'm going to hold y'all to the fire, man, because the fire that you are laying and a lot of your fans are laying leading up to this fight, man, is that Terrence Crawford is a nobody. He hasn't fought nobody. He's a built-up champion. Undisputed champion. So if you lose to this man, you think your people was calling me before, they are gonna really be calling me afterwards. Like, please, no, Sha, don't do it. Don't. No, I am, because you guys keep making it seem like this guy's nothing. You know, he's nothing, and a lot of your delusional fans, right? That you don't even, man. This. Today is going to be so funny because a lot of these guys that put out so much Earl Spence content, you know what they're going to do now? They're going to piggyback off of Gillie and Wallo's joint, right? But when are you guys going to get something, man? Seriously. When are you guys going to get what Ellie got? You see what Ellie just got? What I just played? When can you guys get something like that at least, right? You know how Ellie got that, right? Let me tell you how Ellie got that. You guys claim to be cool with him. You know who gave that to Ellie? Jordan. I bet you. But you guys are cool with his team too, right? EJ said Jordan is his best friend. That is his best friend. That's his personal assistant. He is Man Down Promotions. He's the brand ambassador. Why don't one of you guys that claim to be cool with them hit up Jordan and say, yo, you're leaking out footage to Ellie. Can we get some of that to use on our channel? Right? Now, listen, I just gave you guys a gem free of charge. Why don't you do that? You know why you don't do that? Because you guys ain't really in with them like that. Or if you are, they don't respect you enough to give it to you. They feel like what they've been doing, that's their formula. They feel like by leaking stuff out to Ellie, because they feel like Ellie is the bigger platform, it's more appealing. But a lot of you guys do content every single day on, well, not on him, on dissing Terrence, trying to discredit him to like it's building him up. No, you know how you build him up? And I learned this. You put out content on your fighter or the fighter that you support. That's how you build him up. You don't, listen, knocking somebody else is not building up the fighter. Only thing you're doing is set him up for disaster. That's why I said, come July 29th, if Earl is not successful in defeating Terrence and he loses, you guys set him up to be ridiculed respectfully, though. To be like, yo, dude, was you ever that? Were you Himothy? Right? That's what he said on the show yesterday. I am Himothy. So if he loses to Terrence, it's like, bro, were you ever Himothy or were you Build-A-Thee? Build-A-Bear. Look, let me get my Build-A-Bear, man. I mean, I got my office set up nice now. Look, this is the first one that I ever did with my daughters, you know. This is mine right here, my Build-A-Bear. So I still got the tags on. I can, you know, keep my tags on. But this was mine. So he is Himothy, but if he loses to a nobody Terrence, look, he will be. Hold on, look, this is dope. Look, see how it lights up. Yes. So now if he loses, right, I'll let her sit here with me. You know, I even got this too. Hold on. Look, yes. This is Shaka. See, I got her birth certificate, right? Can y'all see that? Shaka. You know what I mean? That's my bed. But listen. So now if he loses to Terrence, right? He is no longer Himothy. So I gotta go off of the narrative that y'all are pushing out there. Because now he just lost to a built-up fighter that fought nobody. And I like what Terrence was saying in regards to that. If Terrence wins July 29th, you would just be the latest nobody that he beat. You heard? Terrence is on point, man. Man, yo, you know it is. Terrence has got some sauce to them now, man. Like I said, shout out to Bernie and Red, Julie, his team, all those good people over there, man. One thing about that, man, and this is a shot at the Spence team, right? Because like I said, I have dealt with both. One thing about the Crawford team, you know, and I'm not saying that the Spence team isn't professional, because look where they're at in life and the game. They have to be somewhat professional to make it to this level. But I just say that the Crawford team is more genuine. They are more about what others speak about. You know, when they say community, brotherhood, uplift your people. My dealings with the Crawford team is definitely, I get that vibe. Dealing with the Spence team, you know, that may be the vibe that they perpetrate. Strong word, but it is what it is. But it's not. And I say that respectfully. It is what it is, you know? It is what it is, right? And I listen, matter of fact, let me shout out to Luther. You know what Luther says, right? I can only speak on the things that I've been through. I said I can only speak on the things that I've been through. You know, dealing with the Spencers and the team, that's the things that I've been through. Dealing with the Crawfords and the team, these are the things that I've been through. You know? And I know a lot of you Earl Spence radical fans never been through nothing with him. That's why you guys, you don't even know how to appeal. Like, you feel like by bashing Crawford is uplifting Earl. No, uplift him. Like, in the times when he was down and out and he was listening to E.T., Eric Thomas, that's when you guys should have been uplifting him. But what was you doing? Talking about Terrence, right? Oh, he don't know how to conduct business. Did you watch that interview? Did you watch that interview with Gillie and Wallo? And I say this respectfully, for Earl really didn't know the model. If you was paying attention, they asked him a question about because I think July 29th, they said they have a prior engagement. They have a speaking performance or some type of performance. And they said it's going to be like 24 or 2,600 people. Don't quote me on the number. I know it was 20-something, 2,300, 2,400, 2,600, right? And they said that they want to put the pay-per-view on there. And I know that's probably not EJ's expertise. He's just a fighter. But they asked him, how does that work? Right? See me, people judge me, but I'm very hands-on, man. I like certain stuff. I just, when I see it, I just, I might not have the best of grammar. I might not spell the best, but business is business with me, right? X and O's. I think I somewhat, I'm all right, right? So when I heard that, I'm like, damn, right? The click, 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 everything just started clicking. I'm like, damn. They asked dude a simple question in regards to something, how it's broken down. He had he kind of was fumbling a little bit. Now I only say that because from what I'm heard, I gotta say alleged, right? When this fight was being put together before, when it fell apart, somebody had told me that Team Crawford, I'm not gonna say Terrence, but I'm gonna say Team Crawford, right? Allegedly, we gotta say alleged, right? Because my sources could be wrong, right? That's what people say. Oh, yeah, their sources. It was alleged that Team Crawford, Terrence, the team, they wanted to know about the, this is going to be a mega fight, right? And when the fight is over, regardless, they always play these fights. They wanted to know how that's going to work. Will they still receive increments? You know what increments is, right? Coins, chips from the replays of this fight. How does that work? And me being a businessman myself, I was like, wow, Terrence and his team, they are. It's like, wow, that's smart. You're not a, and I say this respectfully, because they say this about fighters, that fighters are dumb. They're easily taken advantage of. I was like, wow, these guys are, they're on point, man. And that's what made me think that when I watched, they asked him about how does that work, and he, but like I said, that's not his expertise. Maybe if this new team fighters first management was in there, they probably could have handled that a little better, because that's their expertise, I feel, right? Fighters first management, AC and his partner, that's the things that they specialize in. Hey, what do I know? What do I know? This is the source, Juneteenth. See, I'm up, man. Like I would have been out the door. I probably would have been in my yard right now, sipping on a coffee. But now I could give you guys a nice extended source from the desk, because this is like a retirement day for me, right? I'm not at work, so I could just talk a little boxing. This is like a radio show. This probably will be what I do, but I don't think when I retire, man, I'm still gonna be trying to run equipment. I just can't, be like, well, I'm not gonna say can't. Can't is a strong word, but I just like to do other stuff in the field, man. And when I know, like, when it comes to doing things like this with a serious production team, and shout out to WCS when I had WCS on the show, this takes time, right? Especially when you're doing it with other people. And I know that firsthand, because remember years back when I first started this, and I wasn't really hands-on how I am now. I was more so like trying to put on Earl's uncle. Remember? He was part of the team. My brother, my man T-Dog. We used to do this, and I would rent the studio out. But like all that is time-consuming. You got to know your speaking points. There's a lot goes into that, right? It does. But see, if you look at me like, oh, you don't know nothing, shout out to Toby, UK in the building, first one. See, that's all it's about with me, right here. Look, right? Because I had people in and out all day, but then nobody commented. You see, my first comment comes from across the Atlantic Ocean. That's what it's supposed to be about. The UK. Shout out to Toby, Team Tucker ambassador in the UK. Marley, $1 Million Marley, 13-year-old number 1 ranked fighter in the nation, 3-time defending national champion, already has a strong presence across yonder, yes, across the Atlantic. Jamali Tucker, 13. Name is ringing bells, And of course, Jihad, Jihad, July 1st, he is back. Speaking of Jihad, look, let me break down this video. I'm not going to play the content. But I am going to break down this Jihad video. I told y'all I was in my bag. I posted this on, but that's me right there with my beautiful kids. Man, see, look at my kids, man. They look like me, man. Yeah, see, that's why I listen, man. When people talk about me, right? When people talk about me and tell me I'm ugly, I just be like, how? Especially a guy. When a guy tells me I'm ugly, I look at this right here, right? You see these? I be like, how? What are you talking about? And why are you looking at me like that? But I'll be like, how? You know, how? And I'll be like, ew. You know what I'm saying? I really do. I'll be like, ew, what are you talking about? Why are you looking at me like that? But then I just reflect on what I made. And I'll be like, how? How? What are you talking about, buddy? You're a little weird. You are weird, buddy. You know? Respectfully. But look, let me just I got this fire video. I posted it on thank you, man. Appreciate that, Toe. I posted this video on my channel, right? But they took it down because it had music in it. So I'm not gonna play it with the music. But this video is fire, man. Fire video, man. I'm not gonna play the audio. No audio on it. Look, but look. This is vintage Jihad Tucker sauce. Just running through it real quick. Present to the past. Look, Jihad's been a problem, man. Present to the past, man. You know, this is the journey right here. And July 1st is going to continue. This is the journey right here, man. Jihad is anointed, man. You know, anointed young fighter, changing the world, man. Remember when I told ESPN that when they said I was the media marketing agent? And I said Jihad was changing the world, man. I was so genuine. Yo, Jihad threw the cameras on me and blew me up, right? He blew me up, man. He told the world about me, right? I was behind the scenes, man. I was just doing what I do. He threw the ESPN cameras all in my face, man. You know, threw them in my face, and ever since then, it's been hard to be Peter Parker, man. You know, I'm Spider-Man now. You know, before it was easy for me to move around doing no views. Nobody paid me no attention. They wanted to call me Beetlejuice. I was ugly. I was this. After he told he told ESPN I was the media marketing agent and all that. It was like, man, I can't be in disguise no more, man. I can't be the janitor. You know what I'm saying? I said I can't be the guy that's overlooked. You know, I just can't, man. But salute to my nephew, man, for doing that. That's why if you notice, right? Like I said, hold on, let me check my thing because I look at this every day. That's when I say, I gotta clean it up now, man. I can't be out here drinking like that. I gotta be more professional. So that's when I really stopped drinking as well. Because I'll be taking a lot of calls and doing a lot of things, man. Let me just look. Share that with y'all. I think I might be on 5 months, getting close to it, right? Yes, 5 more days will be 5 months alcohol free, man. 4 months and 25 days. And you know why that's significantly big? Yesterday was Father's Day. I didn't have a shot of yak, no champagne, and my neighbors next door, they was offering me stuff. I was like, I'm okay. I did have that steak. They make a good steak over there, man. Latin people, they do good steak. Like, see, everybody's steak is different. You know, as I digress a little off topic, everybody's steak is a little different, right? They do like Spanish people do a nice steak, you know. Us Yardians, my wife is Trinidadian. You know, we do the spices on ours, jerk steak, stuff like that, curry. You know, the spices. But they, it's always good to be multicultural, man. But hey, what do I know, right? What do I know? Look, there goes little Javi. That's little Javi right there. It's my neighbor, man. Javi wants to be a boxer. Look at little Javi. He watches me in the yard and stuff, right? He may be, man. Yo, listen. He may be one of my Latin fighters, man, in the future, man. Because the seed is being planted in him, man. He sees it every day. But I just wouldn't push to be a fighter on people. You got to be a different type of person to do that, man. But if you are good and you are blessed with it, it's very rewarding. Very, very rewarding. Number one, it's a confidence builder. And I say that because when you can fight, one thing about fighters, right? Real fighters, they're confident. They like, that's what I like about when I watch Terrence, right? I just see that confidence, right? That alpha male, that apex predator, right? I like that. I see that in him, right? That Shaka Zulu. I'm a warrior. That's what fighting does for you. When you know you can fight, you know what I'm saying? You just have that confidence. You're walking with your head up. You're not, and I say this respectfully. You're not a punk. You know what I'm saying? It's just a different aura, man. It's an aura, man. It just is, man. And I get that from Terrence. I used to get that from EJ. It's still in him, but it's kind of like I said this on WCS's chat yesterday. Like it just like when I start seeing it not in you a little bit, I question you. Especially when I know you was a warrior, I just like, yo, man, what happened? You know what I'm saying? Jokingly, like, yo, what happened to you, man? That's what I started seeing that in him. Maybe it was the things that he was doing outside the ring, the drinking, clubbing the stuff, the company that he was keeping around him. But I was noticing that in him a lot. And it just kept resonating in him more and more. And I brought that up in Combat's chat. Like when he was watching Terrence stop Sean Porter and he stormed out of there, right? To me, right, that was like it. I was like, dude, you're like, you got COVID-19. They don't put the swine flu in you, man. Not only now are you just did a sour, salty hater move. Why did you leave? That wasn't you that got knocked out. Why were you leaving? You left. You and your crew, like you made the bag of lemons face, like you had like you sucked on a bag of lemons and left. I was like, yo, like a warrior of your stature, you were supposed to sit there and nod your head like, all right, I see you, but you're not doing that to me. You're not doing that to me, but you did a Pume, my nigga. Word, ain't not faster than a Pume. You did the Road Runner, my nigga. You did the meet Speedy Gonzalez. You just exited, man. But you know why I think you did exit too? Because I held you to the fire for this, right? You was in character. One thing about you be in character, right? You probably was doing what you was doing outside the ring. So that's why you was in that type of character. But remember, you was on record. And I'm speaking to you right now, EJ. You was on record as a stating, when Terrence was trying to fight you, he was doing what warriors do. He came to your fight. Remember that? And all them goofy ass drunks in Dallas attempted to disrespect even your cousin. How's she doing? Taisha, she really did. She seen Terrence, and she knows Terrence can fight because Taisha comes from a fighting mother. Her father, they're fighters, right? So she seen Terrence, and she was excited. She bum rushed him, and then the rest of them drunks, right? Because there was a lot of drunks there, right? They was talking like, yo, man, listen. And I think you even had to tell them to calm down. I think this was after the Danny Go. It was after one of your fights. You was telling them to chill out because they was just drunk and ignorant, right? Talking to Terrence, right? But what was Terrence was at your fight? He didn't run off after the fight, right? He stayed there, right? But you, my guy, you ran off, man. And I'm not saying ran like that, but you know what you did. You got up out the building. You know why? Because what did you say, right? You was in character. Oh, why are you coming to my fight? I don't go to his fights, but you was at his fight. Yeah, and you seen him do something that you couldn't do, right? And now that's why I like, yo, I like you, Scrap, but I can't respect your moves, man. I can't, man. And it hurts me to say that because, yo, like you said, look, you really be trying to run with so. I'm a yard man. Yo, man, you're not moving like that, brother. You're not, man. You're not moving like that, man. Because when they bring up your common opponents, right? Granted, you didn't stop Sean Porter. A lot of people say that's your toughest fight, man. You don't even acknowledge that, right? Because you know, it is what it is, right? But yet, you want to make it seem that Sean quit. Like, he wasn't the same Sean. Why? Because Terrence put him down, made his father throw in the towel, dropped him twice. You know, come on, man. You don't do that, bro. You don't do that, man. But like I said, you doing it. So now you got to stand on that, man. You're a stepper. You got to step on that now, man. Don't lose July 29th, bro. Don't look less than spectacular July 29th. I'm holding you to what you've been standing on. A one-sided ass whooping, man. I don't want to listen. If you go out there and get buckled, dropped, yo, you know, mollywop, man, I'm coming on here. Yo, listen, respectfully, the sauce is gonna be hot, man. It's gonna be hot, brother. It's gonna be hot, man. Because what you put out, man. What you put out. Like, I'm not gonna hold your radical groupie fan base because they're cornballs to me. They're lame, bro. But you're stepping in there. You're a coach. You know, he's coming up with the game plan, the strategy. You guys, I'm holding to the fire, man. You guys will be in that sauce, man. You'll be in that sauce. You guys are gonna be in that sauce, man. Because you can't lose to this man. It's supposed to be a one-sided ass whooping. There's levels, because basically that's what I get from y'all, man. There's levels, right? Terrence is not on your level. He was well matchmaked, right? Well, whatever that means. Like, come on, man. A lot of things that I really want to say when you guys talk that matchmaking stuff, it's like, come on, man. You dudes, you got to stop that, man. Because we all know, man, respectfully, the PBC, Tyler Brown, you guys fight a lot of duds over there, man. You got to come on, man. I could just run off recent Rolly for the 40-year-old man for a world title. When you're talking about matchmaking, you yourself, who did you fight to become a pay-per-view star? All other 147 pounders over there. Who did you fight? Earl, I'm speaking to you now. 135 pounder. But you're talking about matchmaking. You're talking about matchmaking. Allen Iverson voice. Are we talking about practice? But you're talking about matchmaking. And you're talking about Terrence being matched. Who did you fight as a champion, right? Respectfully. Who did you fight when you won the belt after defeating Cal Brook? We're talking about matchmaking now. Lamont Peterson. Oh, over the hill, respectfully, Lamont Peterson. That's who you fought. We're talking about matchmaking. Who did you follow that up with? And I'm only bringing him up because we just seen him get, I love that word now, mollywopped. He got mollywopped, right? Shout out to my man from Tulsa, Oklahoma. He said that about Jihad. And he said, yo, he's really like that, yeah. We just watched Tim Zoo, Mollywop, Ocampo. That's who you fought when Jerry bought all the tickets. And I bring that up because you sell. Remember? That's the narrative that they ran with yesterday on the you're the biggest seller. So the biggest seller got an alley-oop. Remember when Jerry bought the house out at Frisco at the Star? I was there for that. I was there. I was in the greater DFW, Dallas area. You know, great barbecue down there. Good food. I was there for that. And then the following day was Father's Day. And we all broke bread after your victory. I believe y'all went to the club afterwards. I didn't go. You know, I had my wife, my brother, and I didn't go. I've grown that. But am I lying? Tell me I'm lying, man. Please. Debunk that. Please. You know, just to get back to your people, debunk that if I'm lying about that. You know, shout out to your man. I don't even see him around no more. Tom. You know, that's my guy. I liked him. He like I was just in there chilling, you know, drinking. I think we was drinking. I had a Bud Light Lime. Those were good. I used to like those, man. Shout out to Bud Light. But we was breaking bread, and your man, he's funny. He was in there. Rico, that's not even his name. What is that guy's real name? He just wanted to be a New York fictional, paying a full character. But he was in there. But your man Tom, man, Tom Miles, I like him, man. He was funny, right? Remember, y'all was talking, and he told you straight up. I said, yeah, I like his tone, right? He told you straight up to your face, man. And I remember you and him falling out. He still was on that same accord. But he told you, right? Yeah, we had the matter of fact. Yo, shout out to the caterer that event, that Father's Day. What's the name? Yeah, they made some lobster mac and cheese. Oh man, that joint was banging, yo. Lobster mac and cheese. I try to come back and create that same dish. Mine was good, but it wasn't like Homeboy. See, I give people they flowers. But I remember your man Thomas was telling you, right? I was like, yo, he got the sauce, man. He told you straight up. Y'all was joking, but he was dead serious too, though. Real tone. He said, yo, you 18 and 0, because I think you was around 18 and 0 at the time. That might have been your 18. It was one of those fights. And he told you straight up. He said, I'm undefeated in the streets. Straight up. He told you straight up. You undefeated in the ring. I'm undefeated in the streets. I'll whoop your ass, right? I said, yeah. I was sitting there listening to y'all kick it, right? Yo, when that caught my ear, I was like, all right. I can dig it. I said, yo, I can dig it. I like that, man. That's that confidence. You know what I'm saying? Told you straight up, yo, you 18 in the ring. I'm 18 in the streets, man. You know what I'm saying? He was a fighter. I was like, I like that. But yeah, then y'all went out and all that. I didn't choose to go. I want more sightseeing, man. That's what I do, man. I'm a grown man. Like I did the strip clubs and all that. That don't excite me. You know, I did that, man. I've been there, done that. That didn't excite me. You know what I did? I went to Jerry's World. I went to Arlington. I went to Oak Cliff, to the chicken spot. Even though we ate, right? I was a tourist, right? I had to go to the chicken spot. You know, they got the famous chicken spot down there in Oak Cliff, right? The hood chicken spot. So I went there, brought mad chicken back to the hotel and all that. I was sightseeing, man. You heard? I was sightseeing. But y'all wanted me to come to the club and all that. I don't, you know, it is what it is, man. I'm not into that, man. You know, that's not my thing. You do your thing, I do my thing, you know? You do your thing, I do my thing, right? But yeah, I just recall that, right? Being down there in Texas and you was the big seller. I remember that, right? I remember that. And then, you know, unbeknownst to us, Jerry bought most of the tickets. Because I remember saying, damn, it is packed in here. Yo, we was moving your shirts. Shout out to Bad Ball. Ask Bad Ball. Bad Ball was there with me. He got a fight coming up, too. I think this week, he's up. Fighting Caleb Truax. Shout out to Broly Brooks, man. But that's when you had the strap season blue shirts. Man, I must have sold like 100 of them joints. I was moving them, boy. I was right there by the concession stand, getting all the great Dallas people to buy them, right? Because we had them on. I had them on. Matter of fact, I had this chain on right here. I didn't have these bracelets on. I had my other ones on. You know, I do the jewelry thing, right? But I was in there, and I was helping to sell the T-shirts. People was coming. They was like, "Oh, where you get the shirt from? Where you get the shirt from, man?" You know, they country. Where you get the shirt from, man? I was like, "Right here, man. Right here, man." You know, we was selling the shirts, man. You know what I mean? That's what, like, listen, as I digress a little bit, I think everything that you do in life prepares you for the things that you are going to do. See, unbeknownst to me at the time, that was grooming me to be a media marketing agent. It was grooming me. So now I know how to do things. Yeah, man. You see how that works? See how God works, man? Mysterious ways, man. But at the time, I didn't realize that. I was just moving and grooving, man. I was just moving and grooving. Yeah, this video right here, man, I got blue good with that, man. Yo, shout out to let me run through some of WCS's picks, man. These are some fire picks right here. I put my watermark on. Those ain't mine. WCS snapped these, man. Good picks though, man. From the presser. Fire picks, man. I was gonna go to the presser, right? I didn't go though, man. I just didn't feel like going. Nah, man. I just didn't pull up, man. It just wasn't in me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to go, man. I didn't want to go, man. I'm beyond that now. You know what I'm saying? I am, man. I'm beyond that. Matter of fact, let me show you some of my equipment, man. I'm just here chilling. You know, I don't have my babies in here messing with my stuff. You see all the room I got in here now? Look, see I just rolled the chair back. Let's see which one is in here. And I got my. I was all set to go Wednesday, right? But I didn't go. Oh yeah, I got this boy. Look here, look. I got this one. This is my 4/5 right here. Nice. Look, flip screen. See the flip screen? 4/5, right? Flip it around like this. This is touch screen action. You know, this is the 80D. But this right here, when you want them real nice, good frames, you pull this out right here. Look, you put this on. Get them in the scope. This is nice right here, man. This is a 200 zoom lens, man. This right here from the rafters. Listen, you can take a picture with this in the rafters. Remember they called me and my man the Rafter Boys, right? You could take a picture of that in the rafters, right? This in the rafters, and they think you was ringside. Real talk. That is the 80D. Let me go get the other one. I thought that was my startup camera. This is the one I gave them. This one right here, I use this one now. I gave the other one to my babies, man. They can't. They play around with this one, but they got to get a little better. That's touch screen. All right. This is look. This is I call this the silencer. I throw this on the what's the name? This is the silencer. Here's the original. This is the first one that I bought. Look, you see, I still got my tags and stuff on here. When you're real media, you gotta check in your stuff, right? Here she goes. This is my daughters use this one now. This is the Rebel, right? Original one. Nice, man, compact. But look, I got a nice extendo head for this one as well. This one right here, quality stuff, got a little time, right? This is the 300, right? It's nice. Nice too. When I go now, right? When I do my Team Tucker media marketing work, I bring all my heads out. I was in Tulsa, right? When we was in Tulsa, I was shooting with both of these, right? I remember when I first got these, right? I first had got this, right? I first had got this, right? When I first got this, I did not like putting the head on and all that. I wasn't good with putting the heads on. That's how you put the head on right here. Look, I'm gonna show y'all. Boom. Unclip it like this. You see how I remove that head? And I'll add this one. This is a nice joint right here. Lock it in. Bang. Now, take my lid off right here. Play around with her. Yeah. See how you zoom in your focus. Man, I came a long way with the photography game. Real talk. A long way, man. When I think about it, real talk. Ah, man, that's what's up, man. That's a beautiful thing, Toby. Being a grandfather, right? But yeah, these are my tools right here, man. These are my babies right now, man. CEO Nasaya and Coach Reed be operating a lot of this now. That one right there. I don't let them mess with the ADD yet, man. They mess with it a little bit, but not a lot, right? Because the ADD, to me, the ADD, right? And shout out to WCS. WCS blessed me with the ADD, man. Surprised me, man, right? Yeah, right. When WCS did that, right? That's when I bought. You see that extendo lens, right? I was like, y'all gotta step my game up, man. I never had that extendo lens, right? But when WCS, he gave that to me in December, right? He gave that to me in December. I always remember that. I was like, yo, and shout out to the people that was donating to the channel, right? I was getting donations, and I was like, yo, I took my donations, right? I bought that lens. I'm gonna show you that lens that I just showed you. a while ago. That's an expensive lens. But I was like, I said I had to get it. You know what I'm saying? I had to. Wow. I'm out the front real quick with my equipment. I said I had to I had to get that lens, right? I said I had to get that lens because I want to take a picture of this. Just to see how the focus is, right? That's the shutter speed. You know? See me in here, you see me in here cleaning my stuff right now, right? My kids had it, man. And Combat put me onto it. I think I let them shoot the parade, right? It's dusty. I can see the dust because you know why? They didn't use this. When Combat put me onto that, whenever you moving around, you should always have this on your thing because your joints will get dusty. And that's what you see right now. The lenses are very dusty. But this is a nice piece right here. Look. See how that comes out? Can y'all see that coming out? Take that one off. Put that girl up. And I'm going to show you this right here. I didn't need it. Jihad's last fight. I had it, right? But I didn't need it, man. I did not need it. But this lens right here, oh man, it's a game changer. I'm gonna show it to you one more time, man. Yo, the kid, I spoiled all the guys down at the rec, right? When I first got these cameras, I used to bring these out at the rec all the time. Oh yeah, look at that. That looks good. See that? Oh, yeah, look at that fly. Hold on. Y'all can't see that. Look, I just snapped the pic, right? Show y'all the fly. Can y'all see that? Y'all can't see it. Damn. Joints is fire, man. No pic. I'm gonna let my brother-in-law be trying to, he's a copycat, man, right? Yeah, real talk, man. Yeah, dude is a real copycat, right? He wasn't even on a source like that. Now all of a sudden he wants to be a photographer, right? Like, dude, man, find your own hobbies. find your own hobbies, man. I mean, I had to tell him that, like, yo, Sean, you think I could use the camera? Like, go get one. You know, you're into cars. You're the Fast and the Furious. Now you want to use my camera equipment and stuff? No, find your own hobby, right? But this joint right here, look, I'm gonna show y'all. This is my girl right here, right? This is my girl. This is what I took. I was getting donations, right? I looked this piece up online. I was like, damn, that shit is expensive, right? But when I was getting my donations, right, I upgraded the equipment. I told y'all, I took it, right? Yo, this right here costs more than the camera, bro. I was like, yo, right? This right here, look, I'm gonna put it on. This right here, this head right here costs more than the camera, right? And I was like, I was like, yo, that's crazy. But then when I got her and I shot with her, I was like, oh, I see why. I was like, I see why. I was like, I see why. But this probably was like the best investment right here. Look, this girl right here. Oh my god. Yo, I was at I shot the weigh-in, the last weigh-in with this right here, right? Cause I don't like being in the front, man. When you're in the front, a lot of times, right? You be all on the networks, cameras, right? So what I said was, I said, I got this, and I was like, damn, I was in the cut, shooting like a sniper. This right here, this lens right here, yo, look. Yeah, you could be a mile away, bro. Yeah, it's different. Yeah, this one right here is different. Yeah, you could be a mile away, and then it'll look like you right in the front. This, for real. I was shooting with this. Matter of fact, look, I'm gonna pull up a frame. I'll pull up a frame. I know I got a frame on here that I shot with this camera. Just to show you the quality. Just to show you the quality. I'm gonna show y'all the quality. This frame is different. Yeah, look at that frame right there. You see that frame right there? I shot with this lens right here. If I tell you how far back I was, right? But it looks like I was right there when they was exiting off the stage. I wasn't even in the proximity. I probably was over where he was coming to. I was over like how they had it set up. This was the press conference. How they had it set up. They was all on the stage. We was over in the corner, like me, his mom, his dad, Coach Terry. Yeah, we was in the corner. But this lens right here is like, oh man, this is the sniper lens, bro. This is the sniper lens, bro. I was dumb far away, like just letting it fly, man. I mean, this was the best investment I ever made. This really turned me out as a photographer. I got this one. I was like, yo, I'm a photographer, right? Yeah, you couldn't tell me I wasn't a photographer. Look, I got this one. That's why I use this. I use this. What's the name? This, people be like, yo, you don't like the Lightning one? Nah, this is my favorite drop right here. Because I'm a photographer now. Photographer. This lens right here, highly recommended, man. This is the lens that I recommend, man. If you shoot fights and this is what you're into, you wanna step your game up to the next level, get you one of these, man. I shot that weigh-in with this. I didn't have to use this for the fight, man. Because the fight I was ringside, man. This lens right here is too would have been too powerful for ringside. Ringside, I just used my regular lens. You know what I mean? But get you one of these, man. Definitely. Yo, I was shooting ringside. I just had this. I was so close. Look, ringside. I just had this. I was just You know, it's a nice head. But yeah, these are my toys now, man. 2 guns up, man. You know what I mean? Two guns up. You know what I mean? Something light work. I call this the silencer. This goes on like this. Look. See how you put that silencer on? Look. See the silencer? Play around with your equipment, man. Know what I mean? I step my game up on them, right? I step my game up on them. Salute to Big Ron in the building. Ron, what's going on, man? Happy Juneteenth. Let me put my stuff up, man. You know, this will be in full effect in a couple of weeks, man. So I gotta get it all ready now. Get all my stuff ready now. Yo, shout out to Toby, you still in here? Look. Shout out to the stylist, Toby. Yo, shout out to the stylist, Toby. The stylist Toby told me to rock these. Look, these are still fresh and crispy. See, these are the LeBrons. LeBron, what up, man? I said y'all have to rock the LeBron Dons because Jihad is the LeBron Dons. But look, I had the custom. You see the fur on the side? Look, yeah. That's what Coach Terry said I was a rapper because I had the custom. The fur on the side right there, the LeBron Dons. Yo, Joe Dini said, where did you get those? Yo, because Joe loves LeBrons. Yeah, the fur on the side, man. I mean, the LeBron Dons, man. LeBrons ain't that comfortable, man. I don't know, man. I'm not a LeBron guy, bro. Sneaker wise, man. It wasn't that comfortable, right? Real talk, man. I'm not a LeBron guy. Let me put my equipment up. Man, I'm not a LeBron guy, man. They fly though. I was turning heads. I was turning heads and tossing with those, man. Man, I was turning heads. I'm telling you, I'm a stylist as well. Look, I can style you too, man. I can style you with some stuff. But listen, these right here went viral. You know what these is, right? The Go T-shirts, the Jihad Tucker, fire. Know what I mean? Greatest of this era. That's what that stands for. GOTE. Greatest of this era. Know what I mean? The Go T-shirts. Fire right here. But yeah, let me get back to topic. Sorry about that. I took a little break. You know, I was just looking at some of my. You know, it is. I'm not used to having my layer like this, man. Like I said, the kids they ain't in here now, man. Before they was cramping my style. Now it's back to being what it was. This is my, you know, my spot, man. When they was in here, they wanted to come in here and mess with the TV and all. Like, come on, man. You guys got upstairs, man. You got a futon, a bed, a fire stick up there. Like, come on, go in your areas. This is mine. This is mine. But yeah, let me get back to EJ and Terrence, right? I am going to hold him to the fire. If he loses to Terrence, right? And Terrence is a nobody, hasn't fought nobody. I'm going to come on here Sunday morning and probably that whole week. I'm going to talk about that, man. Because you can't lose to a nobody. If Terrence never fought nobody, isn't that good? It should be like what he said, a one-sided ass whooping. But if it isn't, right? If it's not a one-sided ass whooping, I have to hold them to the fire. I do. I got to, man. because this man is on record and his fan. Well, I'm not gonna hold his fans because a lot of his fans, he doesn't even rock with them, bro. He don't even rock with y'all, bro. So I'm not really gonna hold them to the fire, But I am gonna clown the hell out of them. Real talk. It's only right. I have to. I have to clown these guys, man. Let me go refill my drink. Because like I said, I'm gonna stay on and rock with y'all a little bit, man. It's 8 o'clock. I'm used to being at work, man. I would have been probably headed to my first section right now, because it takes you some time to sweep it. So watch. When I come back, I'm gonna get into phase 2. I'm gonna throw the TV on, right? And I'm gonna play some of the audio from the Woodson. As a matter of fact, let me pop that on now. All right, y'all, I'm back. You know what I did? Yeah, look. I told y'all, look, we threw down. Yes, I want to grab me a couple of shrimp. I want to grab me a couple of these. Yeah, the day after, look. Yeah, hold on. Yeah. This is from the shrimp boil, crab and all that, right? These joints have been marinated overnight now, right? In the refrigerator. But man, I should have came here with some tartar sauce, but I'm still trying to do the show. Look. Man. Oh my God. Yo. See, we off today. If I had work, man, my lunch today at work, it's gonna be even better today after quit. But man, all right. Shout out to Bruce Gas, man. Happy belated Father's Day, OG. All right, let me look. I'm fronting, y'all. I'm at my desk, man. All right, so look, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna play the audio from this Gillie, because y'all can't see it, but y'all can hear it. I'm gonna do it from right here. Right, I'm at my studio. I don't gotta use my phone. Look, I'm gonna show you. Look, because now I don't got my kids messing with me in here, so I don't have to worry about them. I'm gonna play this Gillie and Wallo in the back. here it is. I must be signing with my phone. On your phone. Hold on, man. This is man. So you see, I'm not a technology dude, right? Give me a second, man. It says sign in. All right. I don't even think I know my Let me find out. Hold on. We're gonna get to that. What is my account? Hold on. I can't wait till my kids get older, right? Cause this is their wave now. They're gonna know more about this, doing all of this. Okay, it's Jones. See, y'all on the phone, right? It's mad easier. With this though, it's a pain in the ass. Let's see, what is my password? Show it. All right, they just sent me. Look, I'm signed in. Google. There it goes right there. we are in there. Sorry about the wait, y'all. Sorry about the wait. Look, I'm in there. I am going to sign into my account. Who's watching? I am watching. Getting your profile ready. Then watch this. Look.
Get your tickets right now. $1 million. Y'all
hear that? Can y'all hear that?
My birthday party. We celebrating. I told y'all we was introduced.
Tell me y'all can hear that, man.
So far we introduced G Herb.
Do y'all hear the TV in the background now? For the two of y'all that's in here, did y'all hear that? I'm gonna play some of the interview now. I want to make sure y'all can hear that, man. I got it. All right, bet. Thank you, Toby. Appreciate you. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna fast forward right to this Earl Spence interview. Here we go. Let's get to it.
I said the motherfucker it looked like he just be dealing with cows and like all type of shit. You look like you been in fucking. I said this motherfucker look like he been fucking Ball Harbor, so in Miami shopping. You know what I'm saying? So it's a different type of. So I'm like, I don't know. I said, I don't, because I don't, I'm a black belt martial artist. I got all these belts times 10 in the black belt division. Now, yeah, I'm a black belt. Everybody know that. All right. The whole thing is.
Let's bring it back. See. This is what we was talking about last night, right? Now, they're talking about his drip, right? Cool and all that, man. Well, like, this is what does this have to do with the fight? Look, I'm gonna bring it back. They want to talk about how he's dressed, and that's like.
I get a call from this nigga, right? The other day. Cuz, you at the studio? He pulled up to the studio. He said, Cuz, who you think gonna win? So I say, cuz, be all honest, it's a pretty close, even fight. But I've been 20 bands on air. He said, but I studied them niggas last night, man. If I ain't know that nigga was a boxer, I thought that nigga was a rapper or something.
A rapper. A rapper. You heard that?
Right, he said, you sure, cuz? Because when I look at Terrence Crawford, he look like he go to the boxing gym and then go home and fix cars and shit.
I said the motherfucker it looked like he just be dealing with cows and like all type of shit.
Yo, Wallo's an idiot. Yeah, respectfully.
Ball Harbor, so in Miami shopping. You know what I'm saying? So it's a different type of. So I'm like, I don't know.
He said Terrence looked like he works so hard. A rapper. I wonder who EJ got that for. He looks like a rapper.
Everybody knew that. Now the whole thing is, so I'm studying this shit. I said, earlier, like he going to get 150,000 do walkthroughs and shit.
150,000 do walkthroughs.
That's my man, but like he's just chilling in the crib. So
150,000.
Working out somewhere. He's shopping. This nigga working out. So I don't know.
You should have heard how he broke that shit down. I said, dog, what the fuck are you talking
about? Nigga got more drip than the rappers, man.
More drip than the rappers.
I got a ranch in here. I got cows. I got like 9, 10 horses. Like, got chickens. I got all that.
How much land you got?
I got about 60 something. I'm looking to purchase the land behind me, which is like 180.
God damn. What, 60 something? You say 60 something acres?
Yeah, 60 some acres.
God damn.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's dope, right? He gave. Yeah, he got all that land and property. He only pays $5,000 a year in taxes. That's the move, bro. Yo, 60 acres. He's only paying $5,000 in taxes. I caught that sauce. When he said that, I definitely caught that.
Because I'm not gonna put your name out there. I'm talking to somebody from PBC.
Listen to this. I like this part.
So who you got? He said, it's a close fight. It really all depends on which Earl show up.
Which Earl shows up?
And I'm like, what the fuck are y'all talking about?
Who said that? Cool boy?
He said, who said that? Cool. Look, see, EJ knows. Look.
For me, it don't make no sense because it's like, y'all said that after the car accident, he came and did what the fuck he had to do. Then y'all said that his next fight, he put a nigga in the hospital for 2 weeks. We already see what niggas coming back.
Yeah.
The nigga that whoop ass.
Nah.
So
listen to
that,
this.
I don't understand it. Do you understand that shit?
I mean, Yeah, I understand.
He understands.
You know,
Timothy understands.
If people want to be rational, they don't think like after a car accident, my career was supposed to be over. People saying, "Oh, he's gonna be a shell in himself. Why is he coming back fighting Danny Garcia? He's crazy. He's just taking it for the payday. You know, when I go in there and do what I do, you know, people got a lot. They ain't have nothing to say. Just like with Ugas, straight after the eye injury. Hey man, you want to tune up? I don't want to tune up. Give me Ugas. I gotta get that third belt. People
Pay attention to what he says.
That Ugas fight, he just fought Manny Pacquiao. Man, he looking good. Man, give me that fight.
Yeah.
If it's gonna be what it's gonna be.
Right.
And as soon as I got Ugas, I watched him, did what I had to do with him, and I already knew that fight I was gonna watch him because
he knew.
If you looked on Eye Access,
man,
he was showing his jewelry, you know, in the house with his woman, you know, kissing, making coffee. You know, doing all types. I said, "Oh, he too comfortable." I said, "He live in the."
I'm gonna stop it. You heard what he said? He said, "Ugas." He knew he had Ugas because in the All Access, Ugas was showing his jewelry, his woman, his cars, and all of this. He was comfortable. He knew that he had him. So when I'm watching this and I hear him say that, and you hear the people saying, Ugas, stop fighting. Stop! Did Ugas get taken care of? Was Ugas on assignment? How did you know? Listen, I know y'all gonna say, oh, you reading too much into this. No, I'm not. No, I'm not, man. Al takes care of his guys, right? Isn't that what you said? Isn't that the narrative that you guys put out there? This is the source now. See, I warmed y'all up. I sat on here for a good hour and something, then go into this shit. I said, I got time today. But didn't he just say that, right? Or I'm hearing things. But I'm also hearing what you guys always say. Al takes care of his guys. So if Ugas was showing all of this before the fight, and Earl figured I got him, he's comfortable. But let's move on.
Making dream now. I said I got
it. he just getting that big check.
He's showing off his house and everything.
You like I did that shit 8 years ago.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, I got
it. But one thing's for sure, two things for certain. I ain't seen too many people take an ass whooping like Ugas took in that fight.
Oh, he got hard.
I'm telling that motherfucker, I was like,
yeah, he got hard to take an ass whooping like that. He got hard. I'm not taking that type of ass whooping. I got to I'd have been a track star. I don't want to go to medal in that fight. I'd have fucked that. That shit was crazy.
No, because it gets to a certain point where you start, and I'm gonna keep on watching that fight. It got to a certain point where I was like, this nigga trainer ain't shit, man.
He said his trainer.
What the fuck is this trainer waiting on, man? This man's shit is like everywhere closed. He can't see. Like, this shit ain't getting no better. He not giving you no glimpses. Like, oh, he called him, and what the fuck is this trainer waiting on? Like, so for me, I'm looking at that joint, it was a little crazy. But when I look at Errol Spence, I look at Terrence Crawford, right?
Listen to this now. Pay attention
to myself and tell me if I'm wrong. I say to myself, Terrence might got a little bit more in his bag, right? A little bit more celebrated.
They said Terrence got a little bit more in his bag.
Champion.
Look.
When I look at Errol Spence, I say he's more fundamentally sound.
These are all producing notes that he's reading.
He throw more punches. They say, "Oh, blood got to take 3-4 rounds to download you, but fuck that's all you gonna be down for nothing."
But that's the only thing that make me scared.
That's all producing notes right there.
When I did the research, this motherfucker come right out the gate and want to get busy. You don't even want to wait nothing. I'm like, damn. I'm already talking shit to somebody betting some money. I'm like, then my man, Bud, he want to be a fucking computer. He want to download systems and apps and shit. I'm like, bro, man, like,
come around and get a virus.
That's too much time.
Mess around and get a virus. Okay.
You my guy. But and I'm like, this ain't the place to be downloading right
now. All right, let's stop
it.
Let's stop it right there, right? I'm gonna stop it, right? It's the source, man. I got time today. I'm in the lab. Cheers, morning beverage with a little sea moss in it, right? Did you hear what EJ said? I'm not gonna bring it back, but he said mess around and catch a virus. They're going off of producing those. They say he just comes out the gate and jumps on them. Did he come out the gate? His last fight was Ugas. Come on now. Up until that point, with Ugas, pay attention now. Look, this is the source. I got time today, man. I'm celebrating Juneteenth, so I'm not in heavy equipment right now. I'm at the crib dealing with technology. It's a good thing. You see how I could play, stop, play, and I'm not doing it off my phone. Look, I'm gonna show you. Look, here's my phone. Look.
No, because he's gonna come right out. This motherfucker come right out.
All right. Now you heard him. He said this motherfucker come right out and look, all from the remote right here, right? Come right out and gets right on you. That wasn't the case with Ugas. It wasn't by no means. Ugas stopped fighting after a particular round. They just said that Terrence takes 3 or 4 rounds to process. Did he jump? Like I said, his last fight. Let's go over his last fight. A couple people gave Ugas a couple of the first couple of rounds. He definitely had to get the round where, he caught Earl stumbling to the ropes because he thought his teeth fell out. So you give him that round. But they just sat here, and I let y'all hear it. So he comes out the gate firing right on him. Fucking around and catch a virus. These are his words. Let's take it all the way back to Cal Brook. A lot of people were saying Cal Brook, the title fight that he won the fight over there, Sheffield. He was losing that fight. Did he come out the gate storming Cal Brook? Did he? Questions. These are fair questions. Sean Porter. Did he come out the gate storming Sean? What round was that when he dropped Sean? The 10th, 11th? That kind of really saved the fight for him, right? But this comes out the gate storming, stepping. But let's continue on. We got time today.
Listen, he come right out. I looked at all these videos. I said, damn, this shit put me in a fucked up position. Because I didn't know what was going on. You know what I'm saying? I really didn't know for years. Gil put me down with you at the car accident. So I'm like, this motherfucker come right in like this. He don't even chill. He have to get chill button, bro. He need a chill button, bro. He don't know how to fucking just chill, just coming in. I think fight.
Yeah, you heard what Wallo said. Stopping it again for y'all. Stopping it again for y'all. Put your comment up there. Thank you, Ron. Appreciate that. When was the accident? Wallo said he just got down with him after the accident. The accident was so recent. So now you're getting interviewed from a guy that's really not a boxing guy. Respectfully, cool, funny, crafty, witty, things of that nature. But he's not a boxing guy. He just learned about you after the accident. Pay attention now. Look, I'm in my bag. I'm in my bag this morning. When he talked about you, he thought that you was a rapper, not a fighter, right? But looking at you, he said, yo, this dude is a rapper. But Terrence, looking at Terrence, he says Terrence is a fighter. He goes home, he looks like he works on cars. You look like you be down in Miami, basically partying, hanging out. You're a rapper. See, they're not gonna break it down like this. That's why I said, yo, everything happens for a reason. I'm off today. I could really slam dunk this. I could sit on for another 2-3 hours if I wanted to right now. Because technically, I would be at work till 4 o'clock right now. I got all of this free time right now. But let's continue on.
They come in, they look at each other, they study this shit. They, you know what I mean? It's a little different with martial arts because y'all, we come in and get busy too. But I'm like, motherfucker was coming in and figure out what somebody's plan is. He's saying fuck somebody's plan. He just want to run right in the house. Give me the money.
Right.
Like, so it's like that shit threw me off.
Yeah, he said. You heard what he just said. That's why you see how I'm doing, giving y'all the source. Narratives. He said EJ just runs in the house. Basically, like he just goes in there and beats the brakes off a dude. I just gave you how many fights that doesn't even fit the script. His last couple of fights had that. Ugas, Porter. Yeah, we can even put Danny Garcia in there. But that was like a glorified sparring session. But I'm not going to put him in there. I'm going to put Ugas, which was his last fight. Sean Porter, which was the fight prior to the injury. Because I want to put that in there. Because some people, that was probably his toughest fight. He doesn't admit it, but real boxing heads, coaches, fighters, other fighters, people of that nature say that was his toughest fight. And Cal Brook. So I gave you 3 pivotal fights in his career that don't fit what they're talking about. Are you paying attention? Just smash the like button. That's all I ask. Because I'm giving you real nuggets. You know, a lot of you guys are so programmed when it comes to this boxing that what they just talked about, all the rest of the idiots that's going to get on here are going to run and make it seem like dude is this Terminator. I just showed you 3 pivotal fights that narrative that they are programming you guys to think that people going to come on YouTube and talk about doesn't make sense. Did he start fast against Porter? Did he start fast against Ugas? Did he start fast against Cal Brook? Right? What are these guys actually talking about? Let's go on. Sauce.
I be feeling them out. Like, I really be trying to feel their punches. I want them to touch me and, you know, see how.
Pay attention to this now.
And once I download that, like how they punching, then that's when I know I got them. So most of the times, like, you gotta, not even most of the time, if you really punch me, they're gonna really make me come at you. They're gonna make me probably just more aggressive and more on point and more focused, but oh, he ain't playing.
Yeah, stop it again. You heard what he just said? Man, I love being at the desk. I love my kids not being around in here. Messing with me, they're off for school too, but they sleep late. They're sleepyheads, right? He just said, he loves to feel fighters' power, what they're hitting them with. Pay attention to that, right? Because he's going to say something afterwards. He's going to say something afterwards. They're going to ask him who hit the hardest. And then I'm going to break something else down to after that. He said Cal Brook had to drop down from middleweight. Yeah, man. We'll get to that because they're going to talk about that too. When he says about Bud fighting him. I'm going to break that down too, man. I got time today, Toby. Well, listen to this now.
Really going to lock in.
Motherfucker ever hit you say, to yourself, God damn.
Oh, yeah. I been hitting before, like, oh, yeah, I got to be on point.
Who was that? Who was that?
It was Danny Garcia once, Cal Brook. Yeah, definitely Cal. He came out and hit me with a strong.
Yeah, right. You heard what he just said. They asked him who hit him, and he said he got to be on point. Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia was a one-sided fight, but he hit him, and he said he got to be on point. But Cal Brook, I brought up Cal Brook to y'all. Did he get a fair start against Cal Brook? He said Cal Brook hit him with a jab. A jab. You know what a jab is, right? I just displayed it for you. rangefinder, jab, made him get like that. Now pay attention to the source now. They're gonna get mad at me because now I gotta expose some facts to you. Danny Garcia. Maybe he's saying Danny because Danny from Philly, he's being interviewed by Philly guys. Other than the time when Danny caught him and he did the same thing he did with Ugas, when he looked down because he might have thought his teeth came out of his mouth. Did Danny actually hit him with something? But on the other hand, now, Ugas, what's that? What was that dance they used to do down there in Dallas and down south? Watch me, didn't he do that against what's his name? Look, Cal Brook caught him. Ugas caught him. He moving around looking for what's his name. Ugas flushed him. Boom. And he stumbled back into the ropes like this. I never seen you stumble like that. Maybe you wasn't expecting it, but he didn't mention that. He didn't mention that. Why? Why didn't he mention that? That's when he looked like he really got rocked. And then we all know what Lawrence Cole said. Stop! Stop! Get to Ron's comment. Ron said, if Crawford starts really punching at you at that point, he's really locked in. And how he's going to get you out of there. This fight will be about awareness and IQ on Crawford's part. I feel you on that. That's a great assessment.
Man, I was like, he's strong.
Yeah.
The kid's a big dude. He'll kill Boogie and Danny Garcia.
Now, why is it that, I always hear people saying, this is how I look at boxing. I look at it like it could be anybody fucking day in there. One punch you out, I've seen it happen. Why do people always say, oh, you fought that motherfucker when he was nothing, or you fought this person? Like they say about Bud. They say, yeah, you fought him when he was nothing.
Pay attention. Stop it again. You see how he put it out there already. He set EJ up, maybe producing notes, I don't know. But he set him up to basically run with it now. That was the handoff in football. That was the alley-oop for him to dunk it. That was, the assist right there, right? Wallo said, why do people say such and such about he never fought nobody, this, that, and the third? And then he threw Buzz's name in there. Why are you throwing Buzz's name in there? But let's continue on. We're breaking it down today. This is the source.
Is a fighter, or is it moments in a fight? Like moments with a fighter where it's like they deteriorate and they trying to say?
It's just moments when you fight that fighter. Like when I fought Kel Brook, he had the IBF belt. He was, recognized as one of the best welterweights in the world. When I fought Sean Porter, he had the WBC belt. He was recognized. When Terrence Crawford fought Kel Brook, he already had 3 fights at 154 pounds. He was known to struggle making 147 for the longest for forever.
All right, let's stop it. I'm going to blow back to my good brother from the UK's comment. I told you, Toby, I was going to get to this. Give me time. We are working today at the desk. They can't do what I do. When I have time to do what I do my thing. You do your thing, I do my thing, right? You heard what he just said. Read this comment up there. Cal Brook had to drop down from middleweight to welterweight in about 7 to 8 months, and having a titanium plate fitted in his face and still put up a hell of a fight. Great assessment. I can get to that now with the source. So EJ is attempting to make it seem that the Cal Brook he fought was that much like that, and the Cal Brook that Terrence Crawford fought was nobody. Where in fact, he said Cal Brook fought a couple of fights at 54 and then fought Terrence at 47, which is 7 pounds. But he struggled to make the weight. But he didn't bring up the fact of what Toby Thank you, Toby. You get an executive producer credit for this segment, as well as a stylist for the Source attire, that fight. Last time I checked, what Toby said, going up to 160, fighting a much larger man in Gillie Golovkin, Triple G, when he was a Triple G, getting your face smashed in, right? Basically, his eye socket broke. For those of y'all in the medical field or know anything about that, once the facial is broken, it's easy for the other side to be broken. But we'll get to that as well. As Toby said right here, he did that, and in the span of 7 to 8 months, this is what he went through. Got his face broken fighting a much larger man for a payday, which his team, Eddie Hearns, they did not want him to do, but he did. 7, 8 months later, after getting his face beat in, his eye socket busted, he defends his title at welterweight. After ballooning up to middleweight, Earl doesn't make no mention of that, but he mentions it about Terrence. 54, last time I checked, from 54 to 47 is 7 pounds. 60 to 47 is how many? How many is that? 13, right? Is my math on? Is that 13? Not only is that 13, isn't that 2 weight divisions? Isn't that 2 weight divisions? It is, right? But yet, you don't mention none of this. But you make it seem that you fought a stronger Cal Brook. If I'm draining myself down from 2 weights that I just fought at, on top of being beat up, my face broken in, and then I fight you, you beat me, but you want to say that Terrence fought a lesser of an opponent? Come on, EJ, man, I like you. I know your uncles. Please, brother, don't do this, man. No, I don't know who's coaching you, telling you to say these things. You know, over here, we're not aerosexuals. Over here, like I said, I'm the UGK. I see myself like Kriegel, Sharp, Jackson, Smith, Kellerman, all the ill guys. Yeah, that's why I shoot for the stars. So when I break this down like this, that's how I break it down. But let's continue on.
And, you know, he fought him at that time. He basically just stuck down. This is how Kevin is. He going to give it his all. He got a lot of heart.
Mm-hmm.
With Sean Porter, if you look after I fought Sean Porter, he had a fight after he fought me. He fought a guy named Sebastian.
Mm-hmm.
And he looked like pretty trash fighting him. And then he fought Terrence Crawford. So you just gotta look at those things, and then once you look at that, you look at his fight with Sebastian, look at his fight with Terrence, and then you hear Sean Porter even go out on record and say, "My dad was trying to give me a lot of do a lot of things in training camp, and I feel like I didn't need to do them anymore because I feel like I gained the experience and I just didn't need to train like that, or a lot of that stuff was unnecessary." And even Sean said in the fight that, you know, he slowed down because he didn't want to gas out. We ain't known trying to gas out,
right,
or even thinking about gassing out.
Right.
They going crazy from the opening bell.
So the opening bell, that motherfucker.
Yeah, so like even from that, you can tell he had 1 foot in and 1 foot out.
Yeah.
Now, this episode of $1 Million Worth of Game is brought to you by.
So he said he had 1 foot in and 1 foot out. But has Sean Porter defeated Terrence Bud Crawford? Because remember, he was a lot of people before he got stopped. Remember, come on, man. That's why I care. Like, it's so hard for me to respect these guys, man. It's like, bro, you did I know how they talk about Bud. It just makes me think like they really never wanted to make this fight, man. Because the fight is here now. You're not you wanna, and shout out to Ron, I'm gonna use Ron's word. You don't want to give him no type of validation. Crawford, I'm speaking on. Your common opponents, he beat them when they were nobody. You beat them when they were whatever. Sean Porter wanted to quit. He looked like trash. So you fought him though. You struggled against him, to be honest, man. Let's call a spade a spade. But by you, when you struggled against him, right? This is how, like, and this is the thing that when it comes to EJ and his team, I can't respect, bro. Because it's like, bro, when you fought him and you didn't look, some say you didn't look good against him. But what was your excuse? Yes, that's the word I'm going to use. Excuse. Oh, I fought his fight. I beat him at his own fight. But remember, leading up to that fight, you said he fought like a football player. He fought like somebody swimming out of water. Now watch this source I give you. Decorated Olympian. We just heard Gillie say more fundamentally sound. You fundamentally sound, better fighter. Why would you fight a football fighter? Fight a guy that you're on record as stating fights like he's swimming in the water. Does that make any sense? But let's move on. Sauce, Shy Sauce is the name.
In one place, we live in an increasingly automated world.
Mm-hmm.
The lifestyle of it, we go from Sugar Ray Robinson, Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson, Floyd. You had to show money to make money. And when did that lock in on you? Because it might not lock up on you. It might just be naturally you. You put that shit on. You drive that shit. You live in a lifestyle. You
65 acres.
all that shit. Like, is that a major part of boxing that a lot of boxers don't get yet?
I mean, I feel like you gotta be you somewhat either gotta be likable or they gotta hate you. You know, you gotta be the villain or the hero.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in a lot of aspects. And for me, I feel like, I show a lot of stuff, different things, but I'm at, it's like an even for me. It's never too high. My motto is never too high, never too low.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't have a big old house. I don't have a huge house. So my house probably 3,000 square feet, if that. I'm looking into building a bigger house in the future. But, I drive a TRX Ram truck. I got a Mercedes Maybach. But my girl, basically drive it. I don't drive it at all. And I got an Escalade. I don't spend money on materialistic stuff. I got, stuff like this.
Shit, that nigga.
Yeah, I got, what I'm saying?
That's playing game, puppy. Don't say I got
You know what I'm saying? But it's worth way
Yo,
more
Gillie's
than,
a clown, bro.
buying, the diamonds and the aftermarket diamonds and stuff like this. This stuff is basically an investment because, if I so happen somebody steal it or, I lose it or something like that, I'm gonna get more than I paid for it.
Right.
So, people see a lot of this stuff and it's all cool, the glitz and glamour and things like that, and that's what attracts the fans. Like kids love that type of stuff, seeing he got the drip on him, he got the nice stuff on. They love that type of stuff, but I think a lot of it needs to change because you want to buy flashy stuff and do this and do that, but you at the end of the day, this can end just like that. After my car crash, my career could have been over. And then what I got to show for is some diamonds and chains. Of course, I have money saved up, but you know, a lot of these kids need to recognize it's not about buying all these diamonds and, you know, all this jewelry and all these nice cars. Like, cars, that's the worst investment. Just like our baby boy, when they're talking about guns and butter, man. You know what I'm saying? Cars and all the material stuff, they ain't nothing but butter. This stuff ain't shit.
Now, I wanted to play that, let that whole thing play out, because that's smart what he's talking about now. But was he always like that? But it's good to see him like that now. You know, it's good to see him like that because this is the same guy, but you know, maybe it was the influence that was around him. But he never was on that tone. Now he is. So I felt the need to let that play. You know, hear him speak about that. Hopefully he doesn't contradict himself. You know, that was very powerful. But let's move on.
So let's go to the club and spend all your money tonight then.
No. I'm not saying spend all your money, but what I'm saying is you got people out here that don't even enjoy their money.
Yeah, definitely.
They don't even enjoy the fruits of working so hard.
Never too high, never too low.
Right,
You gotta say, you gotta keep it in the middle, man. You gotta enjoy yourself too. But you gotta realize, man, as you get older, man, I want to live something. Said I'm planning on living. I'm 80 years old. You know, it's all in the mind of what you think.
Yeah, yes it is.
You know,
Shit, I'm living to 110 then.
So I'll try to live for a long time. I'm trying to live, you know, my best life. As my kids get grown and in private school, all that type of stuff, they ain't dropping their kids out to me. I'm be gone somewhere. I'm in the island. I'm like, hey, Daddy, where you at? Hey, Daddy gone.
Daddy on boot naked island off the Costa Rica.
For real.
Boot Naked Island.
That's what the game is at now, like the boxing game, like you know, PBC got shit on Smash, like they the ones, they the boys.
All right, let me stop it. I gotta stop. I gotta stop it right there. False narrative again. And I say this respectfully, right? See, if you don't stop it at certain points, people gonna come on here and run with the falseness. That was a straight up and down false narrative. He just said the PBC got it on Smash, right? Let's break this down now, right? They're not doing it like me, man. PBC got it on Smash. Jamal Charlo, a PBC star fighter, Maul, hasn't fought in 2 years today. Juneteenth. Happy Juneteenth. His brother, Jamel Charlo, undisputed champion, hasn't fought in a year. Earl Spence hasn't fought in 16 months leading up to this. That's the Texas trio right there. Keith Thurman, former unified champion, hasn't fought in 18 months. But he just said the PBC has it on Smash. But I just told you 4 PBC stars that haven't fought in over a year. One of them, 2 years. So you have to pay attention to the programming and false narratives that get pushed. I know they're going to be mad at me for saying this, but so what? Blue Bud's voice. So what? It's too much programming of false narratives on social media, especially YouTube when it pertains to boxing. But let's continue on.
Man, why they can't fight them? Why they can't fight them? Seem like y'all got the fighters, y'all motherfuckers getting money over there. Y'all doing y'all thing. Y'all getting money over there. They talking shit. Yeah, they talking. They're
not fighting. I said I had to play out.
Like,
this is what he's talking about.
I'm looking at the whole game. I'm like,
he said they getting. He said they getting money over there. But I just rang off 4 or 5 fighters that haven't fought in over a year. Last time I checked, a professional prize fighter gets a prize for fighting. When you're not fighting, how are you getting money? That narrative right there does not make sense. slowing it down for you. Sauce, Shy Sauce. This is the Sauce Experience. You're rocking out with yours truly, Showtime Sizzle. I am the Sauce. But yes, they're getting money over there. Let's continue on. Hopefully, y'all caught that sauce.
Lead over there. You're a lead over there. But was it that moment when the car accident happened that you was like, this, I might never fight again?
I mean, it was certain moments like that, but you know, you even asked my mom and my dad. The first time I got out of the hospital, I stayed in a high rise in Uptown, and I walked up like 20, 30 flights of steps like 2 weeks after the hospital. And even when I was in the hospital, I don't remember nothing for the first 6 weeks when I was in the hospital.
Wait, you was in the hospital for 6 weeks?
Yeah, I was in the hospital like.
You don't even remember being in the hospital?
I don't remember. Like.
All right, stop it right there. He was in the hospital for 6 weeks. But you remember when he was in the hospital after the accident? He just stated now that he was in there for 6 weeks. After the accident, if they haven't taken it down now, because I mentioned this yesterday, there's a tweets was coming out from his account. No broken bones, I'm a savage. But now he's over here doing this interview stating that he was in the hospital for 6 weeks after the accident. But let's continue on. Sauce. Shy Sauce.
I came to the hospital. I don't remember none of that. I didn't know he came to the hospital probably like 4 months after being in the hospital.
No, time out. Did you show Al come or the ghost of Al? Because Al is really a ghost.
Right.
Like, did he really come himself? Because he's a fucking ghost. Or he was just dreaming. And Al walked in, nigga, what's up?
Nah, everybody.
We gotta get this money, nigga. What we gonna do?
Everybody told me, and everybody told me I was telling him that after I got to the hospital, I want to fight Terrence Crawford.
And you don't even know this shit.
Right, because he woke all up on the scene, you.
I'm missing TV
everything.
Is that Al?
You told him.
I want Bud soon as this shit. Soon as the nigga, I want
I
Bud.
want to smoke some bud.
He got shit all in his arms and shit.
And they hype me up and like, yeah, don't worry about it. We're gonna get there.
But you was thinking about Bud in the hospital.
I was thinking about fighting. Hey, man, when I come back, I want to fight Terrence Crawford my first fight back. Like I'm saying stuff like that. In the hospital, missing teeth, everything. I'm talking about one eye. I'm just having.
Let's stop it. Once again, did you hear what he said? Missing teeth, one eye. But the tweet, no broken bones. I'm a savage. And now, missing teeth, eye. He wants to fight Crawford. First fight back. See, I had to do the extendo on this, man. That's why everything falls into place. Look at how the stars align this up. Because, YouTube, GoofTube is going to run with this. But they're not really breaking it down because they are in fandom. When you're in fandom, a lot goes over your head. You don't recollect or recall a lot. Like he just stated right here. He was in the hospital. Al Heyman came to see him. He didn't even remember. They had to tell him 4 months later. And he kept saying he wanted to fight Terrence Crawford. But now you have the Terrence Crawford fight. And you're downplaying the Terrence Crawford fight. Sauce. Shy Sauce.
Think about that. This time, Al Heyman bullshit. I got you.
You got it, baby. Don't even worry
Walk
about
right
it.
out the window.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
He probably came out like, man, this man
You
ain't
better hope
right.
he walk again. Some of the goddamn fight.
But listen, it's still the chance that he probably was dreaming because Al don't nobody see Al.
I know.
He probably was dreaming. Al's a ghost. I mean,
I'll tell you one thing Al do.
Yeah, did y'all catch that right there? He said he probably was dreaming because don't nobody see Al. Al's a ghost. Why is that always, a narrative when it comes to Al Heyman? Everybody always speaks to Al. Remember the classic confrontation with him and Terrence and Bob Arum? He said, I just talked to Al the other day. What did Bob say? You sure it was Al? You sure it wasn't Sam Watson? Nobody ever sees Al. That's a whole nother lie for a whole nother day.
Okay, paycheck is
right.
because one thing I got friends that's on PBC. They love the shit out of Al Heyman. They gonna leave that motherfucker for nothing. Such and such what all fit, dude.
So you come out.
I ain't doing it.
You come out. You walk up all them flights of steps after being out. How long?
6 weeks.
No, I'm talking about. You walk right out the hospital and walk up the flight, or you wait
Yeah, because I got
to the high rise.
I got home, so they was like telling me, my mom chased me up the stairs, like EJ, come on, like I'm just walking up the stairs. I'm walking with my girlfriend, just followed me up, telling me to take the elevator, but I'm like nah, like I gotta get back.
One of them stubborn ass niggas walking up the steps, legs shaking and shit. I want to put her.
Yo, Gillie's a straight clown, bro. You see, look. See, I'm gonna tell you why they went here. See, Gillie is trying to divert it, right? Wallo, they're a good team. They're a good team, right? Wallo's exposing it. Gillie's trying to make light of it because listen to what he just said, right? And shout out to WCS, right? WCS, that's why they don't like WCS either, right? Because WCS, he be in his bag. He said, yo, ain't no film. Nobody recording this, right? Yo, real talk, right? Yeah, I don't mean to be laughing, but come on, right? Shout out to Wallo, right? Wallo was like, yo, so after how long? What, 6 weeks in the hospital? You just came home and you walked up the stairs, right? See, Gillie knows he's exposing. Like, come on, bro, that don't even sound right. So you see what Gillie's doing? He's deflecting. That's what they call deflecting. He's trying to be funny and make it seem funny because, come on, man. And shout out to WCS for saying what he said. Like, where's the footage of this, man? But as we move on.
Mama like EJ, stop
EJ. I want blood.
EJ is so stubborn.
Yeah, that's how it was.
Right? But I'm just keep it all the way real, man. I didn't think you was gonna be the same when you came back. I see that motherfucking car go. I said, God damn! And then you came back and fought my man Danny Garcia.
And you bet a lot of money. You yelling at me talking
a lot
shit.
of money.
I paid that money. I sent him that money. I just
nigga, he ain't the same. He ain't the same. He was just in a car that was in the Olympics. he introduced car Olympics to the world. He's not there.
Yo, stop it right there. Yeah, you see how that was cool, right? Peep that, right? Peep that. The car Olympics to the world. The car was flipping. It was laughable, right? When others, if somebody else would have said something like that, do you think it would have been that well received? Let me use myself for example. Had I said that, like, damn, that car was doing all type of somersaults and flips, jumping jacks and sit-ups, like it lift up. If I came on my platform and said that, in regards to that accident, would it have been received like that? Would it have been received like that? Sauce, Shy Sauce.
I was playing, man. I told you I was coming back to the city of Cowboy. Toss her Oklahoma. Seek and destroy. You know the vibes. Yeehaw!
Fucking money. That money is shit. He used to say. So when you finally realize, okay, I'm back healthy, how long was it before you went to the gym?
Probably, like I used to just go to the gym to watch the fighters train and stuff. I was just looking through the window, like Sam Pope looked through the window. I was like, man,
You went every day. You just go.
yeah, like every other day, like I just come in, just just check on people, just watch people train, or I just try to touch the bed. Like my everything was hurting. Like I've been on solid concrete.
Mm-hmm.
Stop it.
Everything.
I gotta stop it, man. Yo. Are you guys listen, man? Nobody watches stuff anymore, do they? Or they don't listen. This is a guy that just said, listen, come on, man. I'm not even gonna bring it back because I'm not being petty. I'm just, for those that's gonna take and watch this, they're gonna see, they're gonna be like, I'm gonna just keep getting my flowers, right? But this man, a segment ago, not even a segment ago, just came home 6 weeks out the hospital, was walking up a flight of stairs. Now they asked him about the gym. He says he was going to the gym, watching everybody, and everything was hurting. But you just walked up stairs in the previous segment. But now you're just sitting around in the gym and everything is hurting. Maybe y'all didn't hear that. He just walked up a flight of stairs, downtown high rises where he was living at before he bought his ranch and all that. 6 weeks out the hospital. Gillie just asked him about going to the gym. Now all of a sudden that he's in the gym, everything is hurting. How were you able to walk up flights of stairs fresh out the hospital, but you're sitting around in the gym and everything is hurting? Does that make any sense? Does that make any sense? Does that make any sense?
Hey guys, this is Tiana Tuimu-Helora. I'm a top-ranked knockout, and I want to give a shout-out to Sauce Talk Podcast.
Thank you. You know the vibes.
Was hurt and still banged up hips and everything, so everything was still bad. And
Hey, you know you bruised up your hips. That nigga mentioned his hips.
his hips, everything. I'm talking about ankle.
Yo, his hips. You hear this? Look, stop it again for y'all. His hips. He's in the gym, just sitting around watching. His hips. Don't you need your hips to walk? But he walked up flights of stairs, fresh home from the hospital. But now he's just sitting around in the gym, watching other fighters in pain, banged up, hips.
Setting it up, coach. All right, let your heart go now. Let your heart go.
Everything, so I was in there just watching, I listened to a lot of motivational stuff too. Like I was listening to a lot of Eric Thomas.
Yeah, E.T.
E.T. was basically, he was giving you back. Like I was listening to Eric Thomas a lot, like Mind Over Matter.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't have no physical therapist, none of it. Like it was just straight me, straight walking. I got to walking to me and my best friend Jordan. We got to running and jogging, and then I'm touching the bag up a little bit with my coach. And then one thing led to another. I just kept working. And then during this whole time, I'm having surgery in my mouth. I'm having surgery every 3 weeks, 4 weeks, just them working on my mouth and stuff, putting partials in my mouth and trying to get my mouth right.
Yeah.
Even the Danny Garcia fight, I wasn't right with my mouth. They had to slip my mouthpiece in because I had a partial in my mouth I had to take out. And then he slipped my thing in so nobody to see on camera and stuff. So it was stuff like that, man.
But why you was what you was raised? Your dad must be an old school nigga, man. Raised you, but you want anything hard way. I don't want to wait. You can't walk. Take me to the gym. They put him in the gym in a wheelchair.
See, once again, deflecting. You see, smart by Gillie, because Gillie knows there's people out there like myself and others that are really actually listening, right? And what they spoke about, like I said previously, doesn't coincide now. You was strong, you walked up these steps, right? Yo, I gotta laugh, man, because Gillie wants us to laugh now, but he was strong, straight out the hospital, walking up flights of stairs. But when he entered into the gym, his hips was hurting, things were hurting. But see, Gillie's trying to clean it up with the jokes because he diverted back. No physical therapy. I started this and but bro, you gotta, hey, what do I know?
So you fight Danny Garcia. That motherfucker will punch you ain't like, I'm chill because my shit ain't all way healed. You like, no, fuck it, let's get it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad at it, man. I'm lining them up, So because I was supposed to fight Danny Garcia before my fight.
Yes.
Yeah, I was supposed to fight him in January.
I'll be known. He's like next Errol's looking like Errol.
Yeah, I was supposed to fight him in January. So I'm like, hey man, I keep that on. They're like, you sure? Man, keep it on, man. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. He's not beating me. So they kept. I was like, you sure? I was like, yes, keep it on. They kept it on. You see what I did?
Yeah, you want the work. I had to pay some money. That's my guy too. Danny, I love him. That's my guy. That's my fucking guy, but I had to pay that money to fucking y'all beast.
Yeah, you talking noise to my Instagram.
You see, I tried to throw that in there. I see you talking. Yeah, you was talking to that.
Yeah, that motivated me too.
It was.
Yes, all people talking on Twitter, everything. I was screenshotting that stuff. I was screenshotting I'm gonna say this.
Yes, we do know that from this past week. It was your encounter with Blue. You heard what he said? He was screenshotting stuff on Twitter, this, that, and that. We know this. Hopefully you screenshot some of this. Hopefully you take some of this. Because a lot of what you're saying doesn't really add up. It's just, to me, it just doesn't make sense.
Introducing first, out of the blue corner. Another one. He weighed in at 129.8 pounds. With gold trim. His record, 23 victories, only 3 defeats, 1 draw. 12 of those victories coming by way of knockout. From San Jose, California, Danny
This person, I'm gonna say this, it ain't person.
So what you just had, before you got out of you had to let me know I was talking a little bit. Oh, let's be for real. I had a partner. Yellow Beezy was talking a lot of shit too. He was antagonizing me. My man ain't gonna do this. Your man ain't gonna do nothing to my man. I had to back my man up.
He read you in.
He did, motherfucker.
But we can say one of the biggest part of your motivation of coming back outside of everything that you was going through was Bud. You wanted to come back to fight Bud.
Definitely. Besides my kids, it was coming back to fight. You know, Terrence Crawford. You know, he was the top guy, and like I say, I don't lie about nothing. I told him, I said, I'm gonna get these belts, and I'm gonna come and take yours. And that's exactly what I've been doing. I've been collecting belts, despite stuff that happened outside the ring.
Mm-hmm.
I stayed to the course.
Mm-hmm.
I got the belts, and I told him, I'm gonna spin the block, and I'm gonna come take yours. He said, well, spin the block. I said, trust me, I'm gonna spin that block.
Yeah.
And what I do, I spun that block right to him.
Absolutely. Whoa.
All right, we got to stop it right here. Did he spin the block? Or did Terrence spin the block? Who initiated the phone calls? Come on, see, this is the stuff. You know, I got time today, man. I told you, I'm in my bag, man. I'm in my bag. This is just me. I didn't throw the link out there. I don't got a whole bunch of people on here. You know, it's just me. This right here, 2 hours and some change, is straight heat. Heat right now, right? This is real heat. He says he's spinning the block. This segment right here take a little bit of time, right? Remember when the fight fell through? He was blindsided. Bud took the David Abanesian fight at the end of the 2022. A lot of content creators was telling them to move on. Bud doesn't want the fight. EJ was tweeting that spin the block. It was going back and forth. But now that a lot of stuff has come out, Terrence did an interview. EJ did his interview. He did not debunk what Terrence said, that Terrence initiated the phone call. I was waiting to hear something of that. I was waiting to hear something of that. That you know, Terrence, you know, didn't call you, didn't try to make this happen. You know, but it is what it is. I was checking the email. Well, let's move on. Hold on. I wanna hear how everything is sounding. Give me a second, man. Let me just hear how the show was sounding. This is my first time, you know, formatting it like this. Why did they do that dumb stuff?
America's plastic makers are investing billions in new technologies and creating plastic products. America's plastic makers are investing billions in new technologies.
All right, let's hear this. Hold on.
They come out saying you big fish, you sold those tickets. I live in this place. You know what I mean? You Canelo, Carl Josh, a couple of them, y'all sell them, Devontae Davis, y'all sell them most tickets in box. So it's safe to say that, regardless of the package, y'all sell them most tickets in box. So it's safe to say that, regardless of.
All right, sounding good. So he's talking about them. He's talking about them selling the most tickets in boxing now. I was waiting for this to come along.
Alpha pound ranking, this, that, this, and that. You the big fish.
Yeah, in America, I'm him.
HIM.
Facts. Timothy.
That's not.
It's Timothy.
It's him.
Sells the most tickets.
Timothy. Big arrow, not the little fucking one.
Not the little.
July 29th. Why you gonna win?
Let's stop it for that. He sells the most tickets. We all remember. We all remember the ticket debacle. We all remember the ticket debacle, right? in Frisco. You can look it up. Matter of fact, let me see something. I got a lot going on, right? I could probably pull it up and put the link in the what's the name real quick. Let me do that, right? Let me get in my bag and do that. Cause I'm on fire, right? Boys can't mess with me with this, man. When I get in my bag, really doing this, they can't, man. So what I'm gonna do is right now, before I move on, I'm going to find that, and I'm gonna put the from the actual press. Here it is, right here. Look, see, that's why it's so dope. To do what you do in regards to media and journalism. Okay. Now, I gotta do this. Rightfully so, right? Now, because they just said how he sells. I want y'all to read this. This is Sauce, Shy Sauce. Because Gillie just said that he sells the most.
So Javante Davis, y'all sell the most tickets in box. So it's safe to say that regardless of the pound for pound ranking, this, that, and that, you the big fish.
Yeah, in America, I'm him.
H-I-M.
Timothy. Facts. Timothy.
It's not, just look in the camera when we say that. It's him.
Timothy.
Timothy.
Look at the camera when you say that.
Big arrow, not the little fucking one.
Not the little one.
July 29th. Why you gonna win?
Man, I just feel like if we talk about...
No. I'm asking you, July 29th. Why you gonna win? I ain't ask you how you feel.
Because I'm gonna break him. Because I'm gonna break his will. I'm gonna break his mental, his physical. Shit, I'll probably break his spiritual. I'm gonna break everything. He gonna be broken. It's gonna be the first time. It's like them trying to. It's gonna be like them trying to break Kuta Kinte.
Shit, Kuta was a rough nigga.
Great Kuta.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but see that, I'm gonna stop.
Definitely gonna be so.
I'm gonna stop it here. I gotta do him like this. He's going to break. See, and I want y'all to catch this, man. There's 3 of y'all in here. Please share this sauce, because what I'm about to give y'all right now is so educational, but it's more than educational. It's knowledge. Here you have a black man of Jamaican descent saying that he is going to break another black man in Terrence Bud Crawford like a slave, right? But see, when you are programmed and you are broken like a slave, respectfully, this is what you want to do, right? Now, I have no gripes with him saying he's going to break him. because that's what fighters do. They break one another. He's being broken right now. That's why earlier how I started the show, I showed him in recovery, getting acupuncture stretched out, because he's being broken. But he wants to break him like Kunta, a slave. The whole point and leading into the fight being made, they was always trying to break Kunta. We're going to refer to Bud as Kunta right now, because remember, he was top ranked Toby. These are narratives. Who else was Toby? Kunta Kinte, right? After Kunta Kinte was broken, that was the name that they bestowed upon him, Toby, right? For those of y'all that follow the Alex Haley roots. So here is the master, Earl, from the plantation, the PBC, and he has to break Kunta, who is Bud. Did y'all catch that sauce? Are y'all catching the sauce? Let's move on.
Work, but I'm definitely gonna break it.
So you know that okay, it's gonna be a little rough, but I'm gonna get you.
Oh, it's definitely gonna be rough. I respect Terrence. I know.
I respect that.
Yeah, I know how he coming, and I know his mentality is to kill, and I know he a dog.
Mm-hmm.
But like I say,
wait. I gotta stop it, man. You respect him. You know he's coming to kill. You know he's a dog. But earlier, I still got it up there, Toby. I gotta pull it up, Toby. I gotta pull it up. I appreciate you got your executive producer in here. Here it is. You respect him. You know he's a dog. But earlier, Cal Brook wasn't ish. Sean Porter quit. See, somebody like me, man. I guess I've been doing this for too long, and I didn't take the deal. I'm not like these other guys. I just like to do what I do. Like, my bracelet says, hold on. Do what you love and love what you do. Powerful bracelet, man. And I think that's what I do, right? So that's what I'm doing. I listen, man. Now he respects Terrence. Terrence is going to bring it. Let's continue on.
I'm going to break him.
When I see y'all at the press conference, I see a clear size advantage. I see it clear. You just look like you just. You look like you're bigger. You look like you. I don't know if you're stronger, but you look like you're a lot bigger. Just saying. And I know y'all both got to win at 147.
I'm a country boy.
You trying to say you was from New York? Oh, somewhere.
I was born in New York.
Oh, okay.
Like I posted, I say, yeah, New York birthed me, but Texas raised me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a country boy. My daddy from Jamaica. He a country. He a yard man in Jamaica. Like we from the country. My mama family from Alabama. Yeah. Like we from the country, man.
And just sitting here listening, your accent definitely say you from the country. My daddy. He's from New York. If you know my fucking pops, facts. My fucking pops sitting over there. My fucking father with two fucking F's.
Oh, yo, see, Gillie loves to deflect. Shout out to Gillie. Great at what he does. More deflection. Let me go get some more shrimp. You heard him? I'm gonna get some more shrimp, but definitely check out that article. Check out that article.
You say so your accent definitely say that you're from the South. What I'm saying is we got this fight with Bud. I'm pretty sure. I don't know the contract, but I'm pretty sure it's a fucking rematch clause in there. Then after that it's 154.
Yes, sir.
Because you've been at 147 a long time.
I'm done. Yeah, I'm done.
So you and Bootsy won't never fight?
Nah. That's 154 if they fight.
Yeah, if he come up to 154, I'm not saying get 147 pounds for nothing.
Okay.
Unless they paying something crazy, you know. Then I say, but
how you still make 147, bro? Damn, that's it. I'm gonna keep it on me real dirt. How you doing, motherfucker? How you doing? He be sitting there getting in there. He be this ready? You done, nigga.
Hey, that's how it used to be though. But now, you know, I got nutritionists. I'm into, you know, science thing of it. So I got nutritionists named Elliot, who he work a tank.
Yeah.
You know, he the one got a tank making weight, you know, pretty easy. So.
Yeah, the tank used to be a little couple pounds over 136 point. He got there running and shit.
He got right. Like I'm not even that. I'm not used to drinking out of the water. I'm used to more sauna suits and gasoline. And if I was
all right, y'all, I'm back.
I'm like, man, I'm not sweating this.
Stop it right there. See what he just said, right? In regards to the nutritionist, right? He has the nutritionist. So is it fair to say that he's not working with Blu-ray? Yeah, I know that's been a popular, you know, narrative, man. So is it fair to say, what are we, 40-something days out, 39? What's the actual number? Yeah, is it fair to say? Because he just said he got a nutritionist or something, right? Is it fair to say that we can stop that now? You know, he got a nutritionist. Yo, I'm Timothy. You know, is that fair to say? Yo, these shrimp. Oh man, is that fair to say? Is that fair to say? He said he got a nutritionist, the same guy that helped Tank out. That's helping him. He's done with 147 after this fight. So, if he is successful, man, that would have been a dope question that they just dropped right there. These shrimp are banging, man. I think I might, I could eat shrimp all day, every day, right? But listen, they dropped the ball right there. Because is it fair to say, right, that they should have asked him with the rematch clause? He said he's done. So if he wins and Bud, does the rematch clause, I'd have been like, yo, is it going to be at 154? But they didn't ask that. Right? That would have been a good question, right? That would have been a fire question.
I'm on the training.
Right.
So he's training my whole, basic perspective on losing weight, losing it the right way.
All he's saying is nigga gotta get older, leave the fat burgers alone, start to leave some shit.
Yeah, leave McDonald's and all
that. That nigga play the leaves. I'll tell you, it's good. Lying like it's good.
You like rabbit.
This is crazy. July 29th, the biggest fucking fight.
Is this the biggest fight of the decade?
No, but by far the biggest fight of the decade. It might be the biggest fight of the last 2 decades.
Definitely.
I think the only fight that could come close to comparing to this is Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao.
Let me fast forward a little bit.
It didn't get that high. It was just, it was just how I had to overcome a lot of mental adversity. Just coming out there, I'm talking like 30 guys. I fought him in the UK.
Yes, he did.
And I had a year layoff. This is my first title shot. And I'm coming to UK. He got 30,000 his fans. I fight him in his hometown. And even coming out, man, his thing was chocolate brownie. Like, he hit you with chocolate brownie.
Yeah.
So he was throwing chocolate candy at me, and, you know, saying all type of UK slurs and stuff. I don't understand it. So, and even in the fight, like, he was just so strong. But, you know, I was like, I'm leaving on here. I'm not coming home without that title.
Right.
So I had to break him down. But that right there, mentally and physically, that took a lot. Because Kel was super strong. And super big, too.
Yeah.
If you see him, you think I'm a big dude.
Yeah.
That boy, stocky.
Yeah.
Stocky with it. There ain't no fat nothing around him. He's like a rugby player.
Yeah. I remember watching the whole build up.
Yeah, he's like a rugby player. You heard what he said? He said Cal Brook, big and stocky. Yo, Terrence broke him down. What's that say about Terrence, man? Yo, Terrence broke him down. I wanted y'all to hear Earl say that about how big and strong Cal Brook was. And we seen what Terrence do to him, right? That's important, right? Because I'm not going to stay on much longer. I'm hitting my 3-hour mark, right? But I wanted y'all to hear that. Because prior to that, what was they stressing? How much bigger Earl is. Earl out his own mouth once again. For those of y'all that pay attention, stated that Cal Brook was big. But I guess he wasn't as big, right? we listen. They fought, right? 147. EJ got the title from him at 147. Bud fought him at 147. But I guess he wasn't as big no more, right? Come on now. Listen to me. Is that a fair assessment? You can shrink, right? He might have shrunk from the time he wasn't a rugby player no more. He wasn't. I don't know, man. Maybe I have too much time on my hand. Maybe I like my craft too much as a journalist. You know, I just listen, man. I really listen. You know, I think a lot of people that tend to do this YouTube blog and they don't listen. They are super fans of fighters, right? And I know this might come off like I'm pro Crawford. I'm just pro me. If anything, I'm pro Team Tucker. I'm pro this right here, right? Real talk. If anything, right?
Yo, Zaga, Slime Master.
Yo, man, shout out to Sauce Talk, man. We in books and shit now.
Oh, man, what's that feeling like, man? First press conference, you walking out, the people are noticing you, saying, yo, he's in that book. He's in that book, man. What's that feeling like, man?
You know, it feels good, man. You know, I actually want to get it going for this fight, man. Get it out the way, you know?
Yeah, definitely, man. But, yo, just describe that first press conference, you know, 2 days out. You know, you was on the main stage, you know, Q&A. What was that like, man?
It was fire, you know. It was real fire. Shout out Top Rank. Shout out Bob Barron, man. Shout out Sauce Talk. Shout out Jay Prince, man.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, and we here, you know, and we going to keep going. We're going to keep being here. We're going to keep going up.
Yeah.
No cap.
That's a fact, man.
No cap. And we know we still slamming, man.
Yeah, man.
Still walking down, man. We here.
Man. Prudential Center. You see where it's at, downtown Newark. Shakur Stevenson card. Yo, everybody was talking about my man was in there dapper, man. Yo, you know, got the, what is that, velvet? Got the nice suit on, velour, you know, got the specs on, the shades, styling on him, you know.
Yeah, roll that up for AB.
Yeah, AB, yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely, man. It's a little behind the sauce with Jihad Tucker. I got you.
But yes, you gotta miss me with that narrative of being pro Spence or pro what's the name. I'm just pro when I'm at this desk, pro media, pro journalist, and I listen. Unlike so many others that come on here, you don't listen. You just come on here with emotions for a particular fighter that you are a fan of, you know. Because a lot of that was said in this interview, which was a great interview. You know, it was a lot of deflection because they knew some of the stuff they were saying for people that's actually going to listen contradicts it, if that makes any sense. And that I wanted to end on that because him speaking on how big Cal Brook was, because that's all we are hearing leading up to this fight is how much bigger EJ is over Bud. But we just heard out of EJ's own mouth, Cal Brook was bigger than him. Stocky, rugby player. But Bud broke him down. We also heard that Bud fought nobody. He basically is a nobody. But then we also heard he's a killer. I respect him. We also heard I'm going to break him like Kunta Kinte. Mind, body, soul, spiritual. So that should be easy since he's a nobody. He fought nobody. And you're bigger than him. Right? These are the things that we watch in this interview and listen. For those of us that actually listen. Like I said, a lot of people, they didn't listen. They're going to come on here and, you know, continue to do what they do. But those of us that did listen, right? Those of us that did pay attention. You know, this was, you see, I've been on almost 3 hours. Give or take a good hour and a half for breaking this down. This interview is an hour and 16 minutes long. I was skimming through it. I'm at the 50-minute mark. And I'm about to wrap it up. You know, it's 9:30. I want to start doing other things now. But 3 hours is great. And I'm going to send this to Unc and, you know, let them review it to show how I listen. A regular podcast isn't this long. You know, it's an hour maybe. You see, I've been on for 3 hours giving you funk, sauce, heat, real heat, you know. And hopefully y'all caught that. I gave you a lot of gems in this. Take from it what you do. Feel free to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Also, July 1st, Jahad Tucker is back. Huntington Center, Toledo, Ohio. But yeah, you know, I'll give you the sauce, man. Today was a beautiful day to give it to you. Like I said, I will be coming off a break right now. I got up early, like going to work. Because I'm programmed. My body is programmed. Even though we had the day off, right? Happy Juneteenth. I can't stay in the bed. Maybe Saturday or Sunday a little later because I know I don't work on those days. So I might, you know, 7:30-ish, 8. But the Monday through Friday, I'm up at 5. Just naturally. You know what I'm saying? It's natural. Some of y'all are still in bed. It is what it is. Some of us already been productive, you know. But July 29th for Spence Crawford, July 1st for us. You know, I had fun today, man. I gave y'all 3 hours, man. 3 hours of sauce. I appreciate that, Toby. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that, man. And I got a nice fresh cut, Father's Day cut. I didn't cut the beard, man. Let the beard rock out because I'm starting to get a couple of grades, man. I like that. I like that. A little scruffy. I like that. But yes, man, everybody be blessed, man. Enjoy your Monday. Give or take, man. You know, I'm gonna drop some more content. But 3 hours is good, man. 3 hours is good. I probably definitely won't do another live. But I may, you know, drop some videos throughout the day. I think we're going to see Flash. Well, no. They might want to see Spider-Man. I want to see the Flash. You know. But it's not my day today, right? Yesterday, I only get one day, right? You know, yesterday was my day. You heard? Yesterday was my day. So I guess we're going to go see Spider-Man in a little while. But everybody be blessed, you know. Keep building. Build is build, man. You know, build is build, man. But Tobe, I got a treat for you closing out. You know how we do. In closing.
Hey guys, this is Tiana Tuimoteloa. I'm a top-ranked knockout, and I want to give a shout out to Sauce Talk Podcast.
Thank you. You know the vibes.